Hello, this is Father Bill Watson, and this is a question for our YouTube channel. Ask me, Ask Father Bill. And the question is, what is a discerning life? Well, what is discernment? Merriam-Webster defines it as, quote, the quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure, skill in discerning. Or two, an act of perceiving or discerning something. So let's imagine a lawyer tells you that he or she is who you need for your suit because they have the capacity to discern personalities in a jury pool to ensure that you get the outcome that you seek. Now, we all know that a lawyer may not be at all concerned with the guilt or innocence of his or her client, but might just be focused on how best to mitigate the charges or have them dismissed altogether. Here, discernment is not about good and evil or right and wrong. It's about figuring out a winning path for a client, even if that means defending a person who might be guilty. If you were in a criminal trial, you most likely would want someone who had this discernment skill in choosing potential jurors and eliminating others if it helps your case. But in a Christian context, discernment takes on a strategic focus. And why is that? Because a discerning life applied to our Christian faith is about understanding the difference between God's life, God's energy, and God's light, and the false life, energy, and light of the enemy of our human nature. So yes, note that our enemy can cause us to be inspired with what feels like life, what feels like holy energy, and what feels like divine light, but those inspirations can be false mirages, really, that would lead to our death. So Christian discernment is about registering and assessing spiritual movements and influences happening in us that are created by outside forces, but Christian discernment is about assessing right and wrong movements, good and evil in those movements, and being able to tell the difference. Like being in court, it's pretty difficult to come out on top without having someone there to help you out. So in finding someone to help you discern, in this case, you would want skills in spiritual discernment. This would most likely be in a mature Christian who had a firm grasp of the tradition and is living a life of discernment in an active relationship with Jesus Christ. And if you want to find out if they are really in an active relationship with Jesus Christ, consider asking them if they frequent the sacrament of reconciliation. I tend to trust a mentor if he or she has a regular habit of monthly confession. I judge them to be someone who knows their sinfulness and who trusts in Jesus as their sanctification. I know most individuals who practice frequently are more likely to have better self-knowledge and wisdom, and most importantly, humility with that self-knowledge and wisdom from understanding their own human sinfulness. So as you begin your journey, consider how frequently you should go to confession. The more that you encounter the Lord's mercy and track your spiritual movements daily, the better a discerner you will become. So much so that you might one day be asked to be a spiritual director yourself. And I hope that helps.